Hey guys, I thought I'd pop on here. Tomorrow's my 10-year anniversary of my first upload to my Garmin Connects. It was a run of a little over a mile. A lot of people ask me, have I always been a runner? Have I always been done endurance sports? And if I haven't, what kind of got me into this endeavor of endurance running and biking and stuff? Well, what got me into it is on April the 16th, 2015, I got this voicemail from the building trades in Denver, Colorado.
This message is for James. James, this is Janet Shorter, one of the nurses with the Building Trades Medical Screening Program. If you'll give me a call, I need to discuss your brain blood test with you.
And they wanted me to make an emergency flight down to Denver. So we flew down to Denver, and on April 25th of 2015, I had my very first lung surgery. And they determined that I have beryllium disease, which is a very dangerous disease. It attacks your lungs. It causes scar tissue to develop. So they have to go in there and power wash my lungs every 2 years. So I've had 7 lung surgeries since 2015. In fact, the last time I went down there, they did power washing, and then they took a brush into my lungs and brushed my lungs. And that was the best I have ever felt after having lung surgery, was that brush. I hope they do it next time too, because that really cleaned my lungs out. I can breathe so much better. So they told me down there just before I left that I needed to start exercising and getting my lungs working, because that would have less chance of the scar tissue building up faster. So I've been doing all kinds of exercising. I really took it to heart, and I came home and started running, and it's been a struggle. I'll tell you, it's not easy coming from super overweight to running. It's hard on your knees, it's hard on your back, it's hard on everything, but I was determined. So on July 8th of 2017, I entered my very first event. It was called Dirty Dash.
Know your limits sometimes. Because these races are cat behind us. Yeah, there's a cat behind us.
And I did that with Jen Johnson and the team there at Inspirations, and it was a lot of fun. I'll have a video here playing of all the fun we had and some pictures of also all the fun. It's not a very long event. I think it's only like 3 miles, but it was a super amount of fun. I would suggest it to anybody that likes to get dirty and play in the mud and stuff like that. It was a great time. And then 2 months after the Dirty Dash, on July 17th of 2017, I did my very first half marathon, and that was at the Sandpoint Scenic. And that got me hooked. It was a long race. And on May 12th of 2018 was my very first full marathon, and that was up at Priest Lake. And you're going to see in some of these pictures here, a lot of that was in 6 inches of snow. It was tough. We ran up to the top of this one mountain pass, turned around, ran back down the mountain pass, and up to the top of another mountain pass. That was a crazy, insane, tough full marathon. I would not suggest that one to the beginner marathoner, that's for sure. There's easier ones out there to start off on. And then sometime in the beginning of June 2018, I did my very first triathlon, and that was in Moses Lake with Bobby and Andrea Fry. that was an eye-opener, and I learned a lot from that race. And I swam so slow in that race that they were picking up the buoys behind me to clear the course. And that was such an eye-opener. In fact, we had a half Ironman coming up within a few weeks of that, and we went and swam every day with our cousin Steve at Loon Lake. And we swam every day so we could finally get swimming figured out, because we weren't going to get that half Ironman done without Steve's help. So I appreciate all his help on that. Next came June 24th of 2018. This was the first time we did a half Ironman in Coeur d'Alene, and I was so happy during that whole race. I felt great. I came out of the water not panicking. I did the swim in a little over an hour, which I was very thrilled about, which it's not a great time now that I know what I know, but back then it was perfect. And the bike was fine. Me and the wife ran together on the run. You're going to see some pictures here of us running together here. And when I crossed that line, I thought, what a neat experience. And I am a Iron Man. That's what I thought. But some gentle guiding coaching from my friends and family, come to find out that I was not an Iron Man. I was a half Iron Man. So needless to say, I needed to do some more work. So for the full Ironman, I signed up for Penticton, Canada. We signed up for that, I think, in 2020. But between COVID and fires and all kinds of stuff up there, it kept getting pushed back. But we finally made it to the starting line on August the 28th of 2022. And that was a very tough experience. Standing there with my toes at the edge of the water, knowing that in a few seconds I'm going to be swimming around the lake, 2.4 miles, getting on my bike, riding it at 112 miles. And that one you ride up 2 mountain passes. So it's not an easy Ironman. And then the run was hilly as well. But the first part was hilly. The second part was pretty flat. So that made it okay. But I became an Ironman on August the 28th of 2022. And I was extremely proud of that. Thing that has eluded us, and that was an ultra marathon. And on February 21st of this year, 2026, me and the wife both became ultra marathoners at the Jackpot Ultra Marathon. Okay, this is exciting. It's official. I am an ultra marathoner. Holy crap. The wife ran 32 miles and I ran almost 38. So I am extremely proud of all of that. I still have to have lung surgeries every 2 years. I also had a heart surgery back, and it's been quite a while, where they had to patch a hole in my heart. So I'm no stranger to surgeries. I've had back surgery, neck surgery. I broke my femur. So I'm no stranger to any of this stuff, surgeries and stuff like that. But you just got to keep bouncing back. And I would say the most important thing is consistency. If anybody wants to get into endurance sports, you can't just run here and there like 1 or 2 days a week. You have to run several days a week or bike several days a week if you want to get anywhere in this sport.